Hey folks, Rob here, and today we have an interesting project we're going to do. Now this rifle belongs to my boss at work, our jailer, and he told me this story, but I forgot kinda. Anyway, this rifle had sat for a long time. I think it might have been a family member's maybe, and mud daubers actually built a nest in the barrel, and the barrel was completely obstructed with mud from mud daubers. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cleaning out the mud dauber nests and the barrel obstruction, and we're going to go down and inspect the barrel, make sure there's no damage or pitting from moisture, and make this gun safe again to shoot. I'm not going to show a lot of it. I'm just going to kind of bring you along for little updates, because you know how YouTube feels about that kind of stuff. But I think my first order of business would probably be to take the action out of the stock and break it down a little smaller so we can work with it a little better. So let me get started with that, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready for an update. Alright, we got our action out. You can see down in there there's some rust. I don't know if you can see that real good. I don't know how the lighting is. But there's some rust. It's definitely dirty. There's rust up here around the front of the receiver. There's rust on the spring. There's rust on this magazine spring. Kind of hard to see, but it's there. So we're going to be cleaning all this up. And there's rust on the follower a little bit. Rifle's not been cleaned in a long time. So I'll update you again. Alright guys, I went down the bore, and you could see just a little bit of light through it. I took a cleaning rod and I went all the way through it until I got pushed out about everything I thought I could. We're going to be using our Teslong Borescope, and we're going to go down this bore and see what we can see down there. See if there's any damage to the bore itself, and see if we can get it cleaned up. Now, I have not done anything other than try to remove the let's see, which way does that go in? Is that that's USB-C? It doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm going to hook us up here, and then we'll come back and go through this. Alright guys, we're going to go down this barrel and take a look at it. Like I said, I got most of the I think we can go all the way down through it now. There we are, starting down the bore. Already I'm seeing signs of rust. Quite a bit of rust down that bore. It may take quite a bit of work to get this shootable. That's rust, or a combination of rust and mud. Let's go on down a little further. Now I'm coming up against some obstruction, kind of pushing through as I go, because obviously there's still debris in the barrel. Looks like some copper fouling. We got rust there. There we got quite a bit of, I can't tell if that's rust or mud or a combination of both. There's a good spot. Another good spot. That definitely looks like some crusty rust right there. Maybe a little bit of mud. This must have been where a good portion of it was. We ain't that far down the barrel yet though. Ooh, there's a nasty looking spot. We are going to have to scrub this thing and scrub. There's more. I swear it kind of looks like mud. It looks flaky almost. Of course, my camera kicked off. I don't know why it keeps doing that. The battery's fully charged. Oh, there's a good spot. Well, we're going to do some scrubbing on this. It's obvious, so. Wow, look at that. All the way around there. It's just the hole. Here's a good spot. Looks like some pitting. This may have a little pitting when we get done. Oh, there's. We should be getting close to the end. Yeah, she's definitely going to take some scrubbing for sure. Now we're coming into our, I think we're coming into our chamber. Yeah, let's check around our chamber there. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Chamber's got a little bit of rust there. This is why it's important to maintain your firearms. Chamber's pretty rusty. And I think we're out. Yeah, I think we're looking up. Because I'm all the way through. Yeah, I see my light down there. There's the edge of the receiver right there. So, yep. We got our work cut out for us, so let me pause you here and I'll get started scrubbing. Alright, I went through it several times with the brush, and this is our first patch I've run through it. And this is what our first patch looks like. Check that out. That is disgusting. So that's what we're pulling out of it right there. So I'm going to continue on working, and I'm going to work on this I'm going to brush it, patch it, brush it, patch it until, and then we'll dry it up and look down at here after I've done a few cycles of that and see what we get. Alright, I've done 3 cycles of brushing and 3 cycles of running jags down. So I'm going to run the Borescope down it. I ain't gonna set up for that one. Well, I'm going to come back when we're done and we'll take a final look with the Borescope, but I just want to see how much more work I need to do. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll get back with you. Update. I've run the brush through it about 40 times, and I would use hoppies on it every 2 or 3 passes. I've run about 20 patches through it, and I just got done running the mop with some CLP. So this is going to be our final. I looked down the barrel earlier, about halfway through the process, and it was looking better. We're going to go down it now with the Borescope. I'll get us set back up for that, and I'll let you see what we got, what damage has been done. Alright, I'm going to start down this bore. I hope you can see that. Let me get over here where I can see what we're doing. But there's still a little bit of copper fouling in it. You can see there. Still has some fouling. Now here's where we get into, we got some pitting in this barrel, quite a bit of it. I don't think there's anything that would make it dangerous to shoot. There's still a little either copper fouling or a little bit of rust that I couldn't get out, a little bit of pitting. That's pretty deep. We got, let me see if I can get where I can get a better look. Alright, now I think I can see down the bore too. I turned out this overhead light, so there is some rust still down deep that I couldn't get. Like I said, I went through this thing about 40 times with the bore or the brush, and with plenty of hoppies to keep it nice and lubricated. All right, here we got a patch of pitting right there. I don't know if you can see that real well. I'm trying to get it to where it'll focus best for you. There's pitting all around there. Some of it's a little deep. Like I said, I don't think there's anything in this gun that would make it dangerous to shoot, but it's definitely never going to be as accurate as it was. Unless, if this was just a sentimental rifle, I'd just put it up. Or maybe a short range brush rifle, because I don't, this has got to affect the accuracy a little bit. There's some more pitting as we go farther down the bore. It's hard to do, look through a camera that's looking at a camera that just shut off. I don't know why that times out. I don't know if there's a setting of, alright. And I'm trying to look through the camera and reach around everything and move the Borescope. It's a little bit of a chore. Making these videos is not as easy as just, it's a lot to set up and line up. And alright, here we're getting into some more heavy pitting. There must have been some obstruction right here, because look how that's pitted, and it's pretty well all the way around the barrel there. Like I said, I don't think that this would make it dangerous to shoot, but it's definitely going to hinder its accuracy. And that may smooth out over time if you shot it enough. It may smooth out. Of course, most people don't shoot a rifle like this but a couple times a year, if that. Might take it to the range and sight it in with a few rounds. And guns like this do spend most of their life sitting somewhere. More pitting. More pitting. The bore's pretty clean. I got 99% of the rust out, I think. Got a lot of the copper fouling out. There's some more pitting right there. We probably should be about halfway down the bore. There's more pitting. There's a few spots where the pitting was pretty substantial. There's some more right there. That's not real deep, but still, there's a bad spot. Another bad spot. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a look at this after we cleaned it out. I'm going to finish cleaning the rest of the rifle, the outside of it, trying to remove as much rust as possible. We should be coming up on our chamber soon. There's our chamber. Doesn't look too bad around the face of the chamber. Alright, there's a look down our bore. There's a little bit of rust in the chamber. Boy, Remington's chambers are rough. Look at that, we got some pitting there in the chamber. There's some pretty decent pitting right there. So, anyway guys, we're gonna see what we can do with it and see if we can get it fixed, at least enough to where it's not going downhill anymore. Alright guys, there's the Remington 700 all reassembled. The bore has been clean and unobstructed, and the whole thing has been brushed, the whole rifle with hoppies, wipe that off, use CLP to recoat it with, clean the scope, clean the glass. I took the stock, I cleaned it, I used Armor All on the stock to get it clean, sprayed it down good with Armor All, and cleaned the glass on the lenses, and I believe she's ready to go back. I believe this rifle's got some more use in it. When you watch this and you look down the bore, tell me what you think in the comments below. Will the amount of pitting you see be enough to affect the accuracy of it, or what do you think? What do you think the prospects for this rifle is? Let me know in the comments. I didn't see anything I've seen that looked detrimental, other than maybe affected some accuracy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been out here, it took me about 3 hours to do this, and you're going to see it in just a few minutes. So anyway guys, I appreciate it, and until the next one, we'll see you guys later.